Good morning. So I'm out here in my garden, and what I'm thinking about is that I'm quite excited, and I'm also a bit worried. Now, I was always told that you should find out what you do and do it well, and what you do well, keep doing it. And what I do well is get anxious. So I'm not sure that's a good thing to keep doing, so I try not to. What I'm really looking forward to at the moment is tomorrow the Olympics start. Perversely, it's the 2020 Olympics, which are starting tomorrow, a year late. But there are other things that I know are going to happen tomorrow that I'm not quite so looking forward to, and some I am. So tomorrow also, we remember our lovely friend Katrina, and we have her funeral, and that will be a celebration of her life, which is wonderful, but a reminder that she's not with us anymore, and that's awful. Tomorrow also, one of my friends will have her baby induced, so her baby daughter's going to be born. And that is so excellent because she's waited a long time and she is so excited, and I'm excited to meet her. But all my life, you have to have a cup of tea in the morning. All my life I have loved sport. I'm a sports fanatic. Sometimes I try to keep it a bit quiet because it's sometimes quite unseemly. But I've loved the Olympics. I grew up loving the Olympics and everything about them. My dream time came in 2012 when I was a games maker at the London Olympics, and I got to drive a not very nice BMW. They really weren't my idea of a great car to drive, but I drove the games makers BMW around carrying dignitaries and sports people to their various events. And it was great. The feeling was amazing. The whole being part of it was amazing. A lifelong dream. But what we all don't see at the Olympics is that there will be more losers than there'll be winners. Lots and lots of people will go and take part. Some of them have already had to bow out because of COVID. But there'll be more people there who won't get on a podium than will get on a podium. But that doesn't make them losers. That means that they took part in the race, or they took part in the challenge. They gave it their best. Maybe someone else's best was better than theirs, but they gave it their best. And in the letter to the Hebrews, in chapter 12, in verse 1, we are told, run the race set before you. It doesn't say win the race set before you. It says run the race set before you. And that in lots of ways is a metaphor for our lives. For my life. There's lots of things I can't do. I wouldn't win a race unless it was a race to see who could eat an apple the quickest, maybe. No, I'm quite a slow eater actually. But maybe make a quick joke, often at my own expense, but that's okay. So I'm not going to win any races, but I'm still part of one, just as all of us are part of one. We're to run the race set before us, and that's a metaphor for life. We're to do the life that we get. So I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm a bit scared, but I'm interested about what tomorrow is going to bring. But also in the Bible it says, look for today. Don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will have worries for itself. Live for today, think about today. So today, I've got a race to run too, just as we all have. Each day we have a race to run, and it's a race to get through our day in the best way we can. And it also tells us that so that when we run the race set before us, We need to not let things hinder us. Don't let things get in our way. So for today, I have to get through today, just as all of us do, dealing with what today brings. Don't worry about tomorrow. So yes, I can be excited that I know the Olympics are going to start. And I can be excited that I'm going to have my friend's baby to go and see soon. And I can be excited that we're going to celebrate a life that's no longer with us, but celebrate it. But we're not to let anything hinder us. So don't let the bad things hinder us. Don't let the things that, people are coming out of the Olympics because of COVID. Yes, we'll celebrate Katrina's life, but we're not going to have her anymore. But we'll have her in here, because she'll always be in here. Just like all the people we love who go on are in here. The Bible's full of really interesting, thoughtful, encouraging things for us to learn. And sometimes it's just eking them out. So my prayer for today, for me for today, for all of us for today, is that I live today to the best way that I can, be the best version of me that I can today, and not worry about tomorrow. The sun's shining now. It's a beautiful morning. I've got a wonderful day ahead of me. So my prayer for myself, my prayer for all of us, is that we just let the Lord in, that we just let ourselves live for the moment in a way that will help, encourage, and benefit others. Because in that way, not only will we live for today, but we'll feel good that we're doing it in the right way. I pray for each of you that today brings you all that you hope for, and that tomorrow, whatever its worries are, will be a day that brings you all that you hope for tomorrow. God bless you. Amen.